Hi everyone, this is my mother, Božica Juriček, or as they call her here in Canada, Roberta. We decided that we're going to make our typical traditional cheese strudel, the way that we make it in our village, Volavje, which is a small village between the city of Zagreb and the city of Karlovac. I'm just going to show you, by the way, I'm not a professional videographer, so please forgive me if this is not going to turn out so good. But I hope it's going to help all of you because everybody wants the recipes to these kinds of traditional foods. So I thought we'd videotape it today and hopefully it will help a lot of you not only see the ingredients, but how it's made, in particular when we're stretching out the dough, which my mother is an absolute expert in. So today we're going to make, she is going to make cheese strudel. It's called different things in Croatian, depending on where you're from. You can call them štrukli. In our village, actually, from way back when, they called them fajnki, right, Mom? Yeah. Fajnki. Some people call them gibanica, which we usually call foods like orahnjača, walnut bread, and makovnjača. Those types of cakes we call gibanica. But anyway, this is our strudel, and I'm just going to show you. Look, she even put her kerchief on so she looks like a real Baka from Croatia. Smile, Mom. Okay, so flour is important. And we're very fortunate here just outside of Toronto. There's a place where we can get this very powdery, I guess, flour. It's not the rough one. You can read that. You could also use it for, as it says here, burek, pitas, cakes, pastries, pizza bread. So it's a very fine, powdery, white flour. And we've got our vegetable oil out, and Mom already put some flour in a bowl because she's going to start to make the dough in our wonderful super duper KitchenAid mixer. So she's going to start in just a minute. Okay, so we're going to start with our ingredients. Mom's going to say it in English for those people that don't understand Croatian, okay, regarding the flour and egg and water, etc. Go ahead. Yeah.
In English?
In English, yeah.
In English. I'm going to put water and flour. Depend how big is my table. If it's smaller, then I put less. If it's bigger, wider, then I have to put more. So my table takes this much water, warm water, 350
mils?
Yeah.
Okay.
First I want to put egg. And then I'm going to put some salt. Teaspoon. Then I'm going to put some oil. Maybe about 6 spoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I love the way you measure that.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on, I'm going to come around this way. I think it's going to be easier.
So.
Okay, so what's in there now? Let's see. You've got the water in there.
No.
Oh, you haven't. Just the egg, salt, and oil. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to get the super duper KitchenAid machine ready. And it's going to get noisy. Not too bad, actually.
more when you put water. Warm water.
So now the warm water is going in. Obviously lower your speed so it's not splashing all over your kitchen.
Now
Just so that you have an approximate measurement of the flour. She usually does it by sight and by experience. I don't think she really measures it, but we're going to do it for you today. Sometimes you might need to add a little bit more, right? Or maybe not even all of that, but
yeah.
for the size of our table, which I'll show you, is, I don't know, what is that? Maybe 6 by 3, something like that.
Okay, this is 600 grams. Now.
Okay, and we'll see how far this takes us, right?
Yeah.
Guess who gets to do the cleanup? The videographer, right, Mom? Ko treba očistiti sve posle. Millie gonna do it. So this dough that we're making can be used for whatever kind of strudel you want. You can make apple strudel, you can make, what have we made? We've made cherry strudel. We even tried, I think that was last year, we tried plum strudel, which was absolutely delicious. We had never made it before, but somebody had suggested, why don't you make it from plum? So we thought, hey, that's a good idea, let's try it. So we did, and yeah, we loved it. Show you a picture of our village, or our house actually, and in our village of Volavia. The church in the background. So the dough is getting there. We've used up almost all of the 600 grams. Mom's just going to check the consistency. I think it has to kind of fall away from the wall of the bowl, right? It shouldn't stick to the bowl.
I will test it.
Okay.
My fingers. A little bit more.
A little bit more? Okay. So that's the 600 grams. That might just be enough, huh?
Yeah. easier to take it out when you put some flowers.
Flour.
Flour.
There we go.
Baby's out.
Baby's out. This is the new hand sanitizer hand washer flour.
You're supposed to wash it.
So you're going to knead it into a kind of a round ball, right?
Oh, get around or a little bit triangle. Depending what kind of dish you have, you put it for the silmara.
It has to, excuse me, it has to rest
At least half an hour.
at least half an hour.
Yeah.
Beauty. Isn't that gorgeous? See how smooth it is? Okay, so Mom got one of her favorite Tupperware bowls out, and she put some oil in there so that here, just a sec, Mom. I don't know, a couple of tablespoons just to coat it. Now it's sliding around in there, and it's covered with the oil. And we're going to cover it, and she's going to put it in a warm spot. The oven is warm because she had it on earlier. It's not hot, obviously, but it's just warm. Okay, and we'll catch you later when it's ready to come out. Okay. While we're waiting for the dough to kind of get warm and rise just a little bit, you notice that we cleared the table and we put our pastry tablecloth down. And now we're going to show you the cheese filling. And the kind that we have here in Canada that Mom likes to use, it's a cottage cheese. You can use ricotta if you like, whatever one of these wet cheeses you like. And we use a little bit of sour cream in the mixture. Now, because the cheese is wet, what Mom did is overnight she let it kind of just drip so that all of the excess, or the I guess it's called the whey, I'm not sure. Kako se reče po naše? Skuta. Skuta in Croatian.
Yeah.
And she put a weight on top so that all of the liquid went into the bowl. You can see it here. Yeah, I think that's called whey, right, guys?
Yeah.
So now what she's going to do is season it, or we're making what we call the savory cheese strudel, which is a salty one.
Salt, depends how much you like, how you like it, not too much, because it's salted already. And when cheese is wet like this, you don't have to put lots of sour cream, just a little bit.
What's that like?
Sour cream.
2 tablespoons or 3? Maybe close to 3, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So about 3 tablespoons of sour cream into that.
And if you want to put 1 egg, it's okay. So I'm gonna put 1 egg.
But you don't have to?
No, that's optional.
Egg is optional. What does the egg do to it? I don't know. Just some recipes call for an egg and others don't.
Yeah.
So think it makes it kind of fuller,
Yeah.
right? And of course the egg gives it its own kind of
Yeah.
taste, influences the taste.
That's it.
So that's the filling.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to take our dough out of the warm oven and show you that the next step. Okay, so we're getting ready to pull out the dough, to take the dough out of the bowl and onto the pastry tablecloth, which has flour on it. So go ahead, Mom. We can start.
Make loose. And some oil here.
You can already see how it's going to stretch so easily. Just from putting it down and spreading it out with your fingers. Amazing. Melted some butter, unsalted butter. And
You
she's
could put any
going...
butter.
Any butter?
Any butter.
Oh yeah, we could even do salted now because the cheese is,
Yeah.
or the strudel will be savory. So,
Yeah.
so we're going to coat the dough with butter, and that's quite a bit of butter. You see how, it's not just a couple of sprinkles. You have to keep it moist, and if it's only in spots, that is the butter, it'll dry and will be more prone to breaking or ripping, right, Mom?
Yeah.
And of course, who doesn't love butter?
And makes it
Makes it
crunchy.
kind of crispy, and
Crispy, yeah.
so that when you're biting into the strudel, it's
They rise a little bit, they don't stick together.
yeah. Now this is where the magic begins.
Yeah.
You gotta see this.
Now I almost got the length that I wanted. Now I just have to go the other way.
Not one hole. Look how thin that is.
Okay, now we're gonna give some more butter.
More butter.
Another key ingredient.
Start rolling just once. Then I'm gonna give some butter.
You're gonna give it some butter.
Yeah.
So that was one kind of flop over.
Yeah.
It's not really a roll, but it will be rolled.
Yeah. That's what makes it a little bit fluffy.
Fluffier, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Now we're gonna roll.
Woo! Whoops! Oh well.
Yeah. Now do this. Extra.
Watch the table, Mom.
Oh. You can do this. Is
The first time? No, no. Let's see what you're doing with the edge there.
yeah, and
Just press it down.
yeah. So the cheese will. This one will go.
Yeah, that's pretty good. See more, but look at all this butter. And that's going to give it that flakiness and that crispness.
Yeah.
Remember, this edge of the dough didn't have anything on it. I mean, in terms of butter. Wow, look at this. Beautiful. Now, just a note, we usually use a sheet of parchment paper.
Yeah.
And today of all days when we're doing this, we ran out of parchment paper. So that's okay. We just put some oil at the bottom of the pan, and it'll be fine without the parchment. And
Now
there we
we're
go.
gonna put butter on the top.
More
little
butter,
bit.
guys. Ladies and gents, more butter. Okay. If you're on a diet, I don't think you want to
That's okay.
eat this. But then if somebody is offering you a piece of homemade cheese strudel, hot out of the oven, even if you're on a diet, you cannot refuse. You have to try some. Okay. Well, we're going to leave you for now. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
She's going to put it right into the oven, so we're going to enjoy it. If you're close by and you know where we live, you're welcome to come over. And dobar tek. And if you have any questions, message me, okay? Enjoy. Thank you. Everybody, we're back, and the strudel is done. Look at this. Wow. So we're going to cut it up. I don't know, do you want to cut a little bit, Mom?
Yeah.
Just so we can see?
Yes.
And then we're going to eat it. Well, not all of it. And you notice Mom's using a serrated knife. We actually use this like as our steak knives, but it's serrated so that you're not squishing the strudel as you're cutting it. So everything is really flaky. So that's the end piece, and everybody loves the end piece. Okay. So here it is. Let me cut another piece. Absolutely delicious. Well, you can't really, but
Ja, sad to
yeah.
vidiš.
Okay, I'm gonna
vidiš,
wait.
evo. Evo, to vidiš.
Okay,
Okay.
we're good. We're gonna go eat now. So give it a try. You know, I'm sure you won't be able to do it first time around, but well, some of you may, who knows. But it's such a nice guide and such a good recipe, and as I said earlier, nobody does it like Mom. So good luck to you and enjoy, right? Bye from Milica and Božica.